Do not park in this space. Why not? It seems like a perfectly good space. I wish they'd give me a reason. I'm really curious on why you can't park there. Is the ground gonna cave in? Is it not stable? Hey you all, Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from the south, more specifically Cassadaga, Florida. And the thing about Cassadaga is it was founded in 1890 as a spiritualist camp. It was a place for psychics, mediums to vacation during the winter, and they would hold psychic retreats and things of that matter. And to this day, the town is still populated heavily with psychics and mediums. I've heard that there's over 80 active psychics or mediums living here in the tiny little town of Cassadaga, Florida. Look at that little gray alien on the sign there. Check out that alien skeleton riding a unicorn. That's pretty amazing. Ooh, there's a very spooky spider here as well. But today we are going to check out the Haunted History Museum here in Cassadaga. Seagreen's Haunted History House and Museum. Alright, it's very low light in here. They do provide a flashlight to help with read some of the exhibits. What do we got here? This is Maxine giving out some business cards and pebbles. Little monkey. I think that's a werewolf skeleton. Oh, look at that. You got a little ode to Robert the Doll up there. Here's the Native American section. It says, spirituality to Native Americans is not a religion, rather a way of life. This is Rebecca. She's the daughter of Pocahontas, mother of Thomas Rolfe. There's a section on Salem, Massachusetts, home of the Salem witch trials. And who do we have here? Oh, this is Priscilla, Puritan Queen of the Desert. Here's chamomile, lavender. I guess these are, different spices that would be used in, spells, witches' spells. There's a big spell book right there. Oh, there's a little troll. Little Norwegian trolls in there. This is they're watching. A very spooky skull coming out of that cauldron. We have some Asian spiritualism. We see the monkey skull adorned with different decorations and a lucky frog. Move over here into the voodoo section. See up here the voodoo queen Marie Laveau. Oh, we have this slightly frightening voodoo priest. Let's see what his name is. My name is Gus, not your average Papa. Spooky. It's a Voodoo Spell Kit. You can see there's a flower, some chicken bones, a scorpion, a tarantula, and some sort of jawbone there. Oh, there's some other items here. Some sort of skull. Looks like part of maybe an alligator right there. Look at that big creepy toad. There's some jars up there which appear to have eyeballs, body parts, other various things. It says, hello, my name is Marie. I'm a hairdresser. That's actually true. The real Marie Laveau was a hairdresser. In fact, some people feel that the gossip that she gathered during hairdressing was actually the key to all her knowledge and power. can see the voodoo doll there. There's another troll. There's trolls hiding all through this museum. Oh, look at that. You got a shrunken head. Spooky little monkey. Some sort of lizard. It says this is not a Salem witch. Oh, okay. That is a spooky, fictional Halloween witch holding another witch's head. It says, "Hello, my name is June Hazel." Jeez. Just got jump scared by these. Oh, they're starting again. Margaret and Kate.
No, she did it. She did it. No, she did it. You know what? We both did it.
These are creepy. Oh yeah, here's the Fox sisters. They were famous spiritualists that would communicate with the dead through knocking, but they would later confess that it was all a hoax. You can see the Kreskin's ESP kit made by Milton Bradley. These are different tools used in spiritualism, like palmistry, reading of one's palms, tarot cards, of course a very popular way to this day of determining one's future. And there's some dowsing rods, you know, to be held with your hands, obviously, and then if they move, it would be corresponding to some sort of spirit or ghost. What? I've got the beard, the coat, the boots. I was standing here this whole time and he just started talking. Gosh! Careful, this doll here is watching. A very spooky head there with a mermaid skeleton and a snake skeleton. Snakes, of course, more frightening with their skin off. Modern references to Cassadaga. Yeah, whenever I hear Cassadaga, I always think about Bright Eyes has an album called Cassadaga, and he talks about it in the song Four Winds. Oh, there's another doll watching. You can watch my dolls from all angles. This talks about the Devil's Chair in Cassadaga, Florida. It's a chair in a cemetery made of brick, and if you leave a beer on the Devil's Chair, it will be drank by morning. And you can see there's the devil lounging in his chair drinking a beer that someone left for him. Oh, we have a whole section. Oh, jeez.
It's been such a long time since we've had visitors. Yes, and an even longer time since we've had survivors.
That's a step here.
Come, here's a fence. You dare. With knowledge comes peril. So, you must beware. Press the button to hear your fortune.
Press the button to hear my fortune?
Misfortune is your only fortune. Riches, wealth, gold, and jewels. Brilliant are the dreams of fools.
Jeez. Ah! There's phrenology, the study of a human's personality based on the lumps in their head. There is a baby CPR dummy to use to practice CPR on. Here's a body bag where you put a corpse inside of it. And there's someone's spine and pelvis. It's this thing right here. It's a 1860s Homo Electro Shock Therapy Kit. Oh, you can do your own shock therapy at home. Sounds safe. Oh boy, urethral dilators. Those are really thick. I do not want my urethra dilated with something that thick and sturdy. Oh my gosh. Items in there. There's a spooky half man cut in half with his guts hanging out. Actually, that is a woman. Sorry. I mistook a anatomically correct woman for a male for some reason. There's H.H. Holmes up there, one of the most notorious serial killers of all time. The world's really only true supervillain. And down here talks about the murder of Alice and Nellie Peitzel. They're actually the daughters of H.H. Holmes' accomplice and henchman, Benjamin Peitzel. Says that he killed them by locking them in a chest, drilling a hole, and then filling it with gas. That is horrible and evil. Up here is a gas mask. I have no idea what that is. Absolutely no idea. Anyone knows what that is, let me know. In this area there's a bunch of chopped up limbs. Some death masks. Let's see right here. It says, do you know who this man is? Ask at the front counter on the way out if you want to know. Whose death mask is that? I'm going to take a stab at it and say that is Vincent Price, I think. Some famous photos of spiritualists. Some man making himself float. Some spirit photography where the dead appears in the photo. You can see phantoms photographed during a seance. I guess that's ectoplasm coming out of his nose there. Zoltan.
I am awakened. You see the wisdom of the all-seeing Zoltan. A word of advice. You are troubled by a decision that you must make. Take the chance, or you shall regret it for all of your days. The crystal goes dark. Long live Zoltan.
This is Cher. It says she's a gypsy, a tramp, and a thief. What do we got up here? Got a cute little devil. It was a magic 8-ball. I used to have one of those when I was a kid. It was always right. I don't know who this creepy guy is right here. It's really creepy looking though. It says this is Bones, a forensic anthropologist. I think that's a television reference. Here's a seance area right here. You can see they're doing a tarot reading, and does say that this is the personal reading and seance table. Cassadaga founder G.O.P. Colby. So that's pretty cool. A piece of Cassadaga history, a piece of psychic history. Some various spirit boards. Of course, the classic Ouija board that children would play with in the 80s. But see this more customized style talking board. Okay, heading into, got some demon babies on the ground. This is like a creepy doll room. What is going on in here? Oh, there's Chucky. There's oh geez, that was just the smoke detector. Oh, there's Annabelle. Yeah. Have you seen my arm? No, I haven't seen your arm. I will keep an eye out for. Look at that spooky monkey. That is a creepy monkey. Another doll that's watching. I just feel like they're all watching, really. Are all you guys watching? Just waiting for one to move. Yeah, we have like a whole wall of spooky dolls. What is that one, like spewing vomit? That is horrifying. Oh, these ones are watching, despite the fact that they have no faces. What the heck? Oh, oh, some famous ventriloquist dummies. Mortimer Snerd, Charlie McCarthy, And this one just says they're watching. They're all watching. What am I? This is curtain right here. Am I supposed to? Oh, okay. It's an evil clown behind the curtain. It says they're watching right there. Actually, why don't you stop watching? Yeah, there we go. A Dybbuk Box. A Dybbuk Box is a wine cabinet said to be haunted by a Dybbuk. Dybbuk is a restless, usually malicious spirit believed to be able to haunt and possess the living. Box gained notoriety when it was auctioned on eBay with an accompanying horror story. Okay. Well, it says look inside. Can you see? Can you see what's inside? I'm afraid to look.
Go on.
Whoa.
Sneak a peek. It won't hurt for long.
I don't know if I want to peek. Let's go look into the Dybbuk box. I don't know. I can't see any Dybbuks. But then again, maybe a Dybbuk isn't something you can see. What is this museum gets like spookier and spookier as you travel through it. Some horror movie icons in here. The Universal Studios Mummy Parade props that was used in a parade at Universal Studios. Yeah, you can see I saw it go on someone's head. There's Twisty the Clown, Boris the Frankenstein, and then Lon the Mummy. Of course, Lon Chaney, Boris Karloff references. There's the little thing from Saw. Why does it say we're watching everywhere? Are they trying to be disconcerting? Some information on Lizzie Borden there with the axe. Some lobotomy tools for performing lobotomies on people's brains, destroying people's brains for the sake of making them not insane anymore. Some shackles used on slaves prior to the Civil War. See the little Confederate soldier head and the Union soldier head. Is that Slimer there on top of the TV? Oh. This is a jump scare that you have a little bit of. Oh.
It's coming for you.
What's coming for me?
Your soul is mine.
Oh, look at that. There's something actually coming out of the TV. Ugh. Here's some historic newspapers. Charleston Gazette. Charleston, West Virginia announces that Kennedy was assassinated. Yes, I know you're watching. With the Winchester Mystery House, there's a Winchester rifle. Some ghost hunting tools. See the EMF detector along with those dowsing rods. You know, they were used both in the psychic readings and in ghost hunting. Different things that will pick up the essences of ghosts. And some famous ghosts up here. Casper. And oh, watch out, Casper! You're gonna get busted here by these Ghostbusters. Oh, is that one of Casper's like evil brothers? There's of course a proton pack used for killing ghosts that you hunt. And here's a section on cryptids. What do we got in here? There's a Sasquatch. His name is George. He was born and captured somewhere on the Appalachian Trail. Oh, what are the creature from the Black Lagoon? He's a Florida native. Susie Q, Bride of Mossman? Who's the Mossman? It's almost like the Wicker Man. Oh, we got a little fairy there, a little preserved fairy specimen. Oh, Fiji mermaid there mounted on the wall. Oh, a very cuddly jackalope. Is that a Robert the Doll Beanie Baby? Oh, okay. We have a octopus skeleton. I don't think octopuses have skeletons, but I could be wrong. And it's a fish tank full of bones. There's a Area 51 scene. Whoa! His name's Marvin. He's a Martian. Paul wants to feel like a road trip. I think that's a reference to that Seth Rogen movie. This guy's still shrieking at me. We have Roger the alien on the ground. He's got a glowing chalk outline. Oh, there's E.T. in there. Oh, the alien autopsy photos. Oh, that's a cute little alien. Coffin used to view dead children. 1900. That's a horror. The way they worded that. See the. I guess this is where you watch a dead child. What's this? Michael, I'm just a teenager. Oh, is that Teen Wolf? Here in the gift shop, you can actually purchase haunted dolls. Yeah, bring a haunted item. Look at that one. She has like a wasp on her face. That's unsettling. You can purchase a magic wand there. Some little kits, wishing crystals, even a jug of holy water to use against your demonic enemies. So Sea Green's Haunted Museum, very cool. I love the props, love the potential of being jump scared. Always good to have the potential to be jump scared while you're trying to look at things, while you're trying to read, while you're trying to learn. Fear and learning go perfectly together. And by the way, the death mask, if you took your guess, my guess was correct. I guessed Vincent Price, and apparently I was the first person to ever correctly guess that, oddly enough. We're gonna check out something else here in town. Remember they mentioned the Devil's Chair. Let's go see that for ourselves. Here we are, the Cassadaga Cemetery. You see these stumps, these stump style gravestones, usually means they are members of Woodmen of the World, which is, if I understand correctly, and this sounds insane, but they were a secret society that evolved into an insurance company. Now correct me if I'm wrong. And here it is, the Devil's Chair. And the devil comes and sits here at midnight every night, but no one knows if this is true because the graveyard closes at dusk, so no one's been able to check and see if the devil actually comes and sits here at midnight. Looks like some people have left offerings to their dark lord. Apparently Satan worshippers are really cheap. That's just a couple piles of pennies. And don't see any leftover beers. So if anyone did leave a beer here at the Devil's Chair, then he came and got it. Either that or no one left any beer. Ugh. I'm in your chair, Satan. You don't like it? Come at me. There's several other of these chair structures right here in the cemetery. I guess these are not associated with Satan. If you look at this one over here, it's actually got an angel in it. So this is not the Devil's Chair. This chair belongs to God. Appreciate you guys joining me here in Cassadaga, Florida, the psychic capital of the world. If you like these videos and you want to see other places I've been, check the interactive map in the description. If you would like to help support the channel, consider buying a t-shirt, consider buying a pressed penny, consider donating to Patreon. All that information is in the description. Patreon donors of $3 or more will get a postcard once a month. But until next time, this one's in the bag.